Hey guys, it's Tim with Tim's Thrifted Treasures, and I sold a pair of shoes today, and I'm getting ready to ship them out, and I just thought I'd show you how I ship out my shoes. Um, yeah, this is a pair of size 5 youth, so pretty nice, actually pretty nice shoes. But I don't know, it seems like I kind of struggled about this a little bit before I got brave to do it. And I asked several people if you bought shoes from me, what their opinion would be, how if they received it, how I ship them. And I actually even asked the postmaster at my local post office, and to see if she would how she felt about it. And she expressed that the mail carriers and everybody else seems to ship that way, so kind of gave me the green light, and I haven't had any complaints from it since. So I like to start out with these shoes, and I'll take one piece of bubble wrap, one section of bubble wrap, and I kind of tuck it up in the toe area of the shoes. It just kind of, I don't know, I think it helps kind of keep the shape, the form of the shoes, and just shows that you put a little bit extra care into your item you're shipping out. So I stick them up in there. That's one sheet of bubble wrap in each shoe. Then I take a section that's 3 feet long, 3 sections long of bubble wrap. And I lay that down, and I usually start out with the right shoe, and I lay it down on its side, and then I position it to where I can come over top of it so that this whole top of the shoe is covered. And then I tuck the other shoe in the opposite direction, right up tight to it. And then I keep them together, and I just kind of roll them over. Then I bring this over here, and then I take a little bit of shipping tape, put that on there, and then I got these clear poly mailers. Sometimes they're a little bit tricky to find out what side the opening's on. Then I place shoes in there. And then I like to place my business card on there. Just place that on the top, and then it's got this adhesive strip that you pull off the top part, and then you fold it over and try to get it nice and snug and put it down. And now it kind of really looks, I take a lot of pride in it. I think it looks really nice. Then I take my other poly mailer. These poly mailers are supposed to be water for sure. They're water resistant, they're puncture and tear resistant. They're really tough, and it's a lot cheaper to buy these versus boxes, and I think it ends up being cheaper to ship them too. So then I don't know, for some reason I like to slide the end that's sealed. I like to slide that in first so it's in the back. And basically the same thing. Just pull the strip off of here and try to get it nice and snug and airtight. Seal it. That should be good, but for extra precaution, I take a little strip of tape. I put it on here. Get that nice. And then I have these fluorescent orange thank you stickers. Thank you for your purchase. I like to slap that on there. And then that's my package there. And then I gotta weigh it. Oh boy, bummer. I forgot to. Here, I should have done this beforehand. When I weigh my stuff, I don't know, for some reason, I like to put this extra weight on the top, which I got this other kitchen scale for less lower units of measurement. And then I put this on here because, I like to kind of like put a little buffer on it, like to try to get a little, I don't know how to put it into words, how my mind's thinking, but just so I feel it's more accurate, if I got a little bit of weight and then I could turn my scale on and zero it out. Of course, my scale's gonna, there we go. All right, I got all zeros and I put it on here. And with it being up higher too, I can see the weight, the digital readout. Some items, if I don't have this to lift it up, I can't see that because it's such a big item. But it's coming in at 1.75 ounces, so I'm going to put in 1.8 ounces. And then I'll have to pause this and make another little clip. Sorry about that, gang. I didn't realize until after I had the video going that I needed my phone, which I'm recording from, to punch in my exact weight and measurements and then to print out my shipping label. So I went ahead and did that already. So it was 1.8 ounces. I had 11 inches by 8 inches by 5 inches. And that was numbers that I kind of estimated to begin with. And yeah, so then I printed out my shipping label on my thermal printer. And I'll just take this off here. And put it on there like that. And so now here's how I ship my shoes out. Get them in the mail. I heard another YouTuber say, another reseller talk about different colors of poly mailers. A lot of companies and stuff tend to use white, and he recommended to use a color that might stand out from the others. So my favorite color is blue, and I just really like it. So, and then most of my items tend to always come out right at what the price is charged. I don't have it set up. I can go in my settings and like have a little bit extra amount taken so that to cover my shipping supplies and stuff. But generally, most of my packages end up whatever the customer pays. That's what it ends up being. Sometimes I might chip in a little bit or gain just 30 cents or something. But another thing is like, some of my VHS tapes, I'll have it set up for media mail. And a lot of times, if I just have to chip in $1 or so to send it ground advantage, I go ahead and do that to get it to people sooner. I look at both services and see what the estimated time of arrival will be. So I usually go with that and make a decision. So anyways, I hope that's helpful to you. And thanks for watching. See you later.